Hello, my fellow awakening souls. I hope you all have been well despite the state of the world. I wanted to talk to you guys about meditation. If you've ever tried to sit down and meditate for maybe 2 minutes or 5 minutes and thought to yourself, I can't do this, my mind just won't shut the fuck up, then this video is for you. And yes, I did curse. I'm not one of those guys on the internet that thinks just because I meditate, eat healthier, and live my life with more intention that I'm perfect or holier than thou. We're all human. People resonate with who they resonate with. And I am more intentional with my words, but sometimes life is shit and shit is shit. And I don't curse all the time, but I do every now and again, and that's okay. But, anyways, if your mind wanders during meditation, that does not mean that you're bad at meditation. That simply means that you're a human. And I actually think that that misunderstanding is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people end up quitting meditation once or twice, because they decide that this isn't for me, because they figured that they should be this perfectly peaceful person. They should never get irritated again, or that their mind should be entirely silent, which that is not the case for everyone. Now, with meditation, I want to make it stupid simple today. There are levels to this in meditation. There are many different techniques and many different things that you can do with it. But at its most basic level, I want to explain to you guys what that could look like or should look like. What are you actually supposed to be doing? What do you do with the thoughts that are present? And how does sitting somewhere in silence or with music with your eyes closed change anything in your real life? I think the first thing is realizing that the intention matters, and your intention should not be to become thoughtless, perfect, or never get irritated. The mind thinks, it remembers, it imagines, it creates stories. It does what the mind was created to do and will always do, right? Memories pop up, images pop up from 10 years ago. The practice is not to get rid of all of these things, but to help you to build awareness, something that most people don't build in a lifetime. Most people are just living off of default. You see, you start to become the watcher of the mind instead of thinking this thought equals me, this emotion equals me. It becomes the mind is presenting a thought, the mind is presenting a memory, the mind is presenting an emotion. You are detaching from the mind. And that is a very powerful thing to do. So you start to realize, oh, I'm having this thought. Oh, I'm having this feeling, instead of immediately going with it. Think of it like cloud watching. When you lay in the grass and you look up at the sky, one cloud comes, you see it, it goes. Another cloud comes, you see it, and it passes. And eventually you realize, I don't have to jump up into the sky and chase every cloud. You don't have to chase every thought or emotion that comes into your mind or become that thought or emotion. You start to realize that what happens is you have this aha moment where you're sitting there and you're like, oh, the mind is doing this right now. The mind is wandering. And that's not you failing. That's you being aware of what's happening with inside your own being, what's happening with inside your own spirit. So then you may be saying, what am I actually doing when I do this practice? Well, you sit down or you lie down and keep your spine as straight as possible, not straining it, but as straight as you can get it, and you close your eyes. Whether you're being guided, whether you're playing frequencies, or whether you're in silence, which I encourage doing silent meditations more often, you're gonna close your eyes and you're gonna find somewhere to focus your attention. Whether that be focusing on the feeling of the breath as you inhale and exhale. Is the breath warm? Is it cold? Or you may focus on the rising and falling of the belly as you breathe in and out, or the rising and falling of the chest. And so you'll think maybe, dang it, I forgot to answer that email. In and out. Man, I wish he never would have cheated on me. In and out. I'm not a good person. In and out. And you'll keep doing that over and over, whether it's 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And the more that you do it, the more awareness you build, right? It's just like doing reps in the gym. The more weights that you lift, or the more mobility work that you do on a consistent basis, gets you to a specific body goal, whatever physical goal that it is that you have for yourself. You see, every time that your attention wanders and you bring it back intentionally, you are practicing directing your awareness where you want it to be instead of going with every thought, emotion, or memory or whatever enters your mind. Okay. And over time, that awareness is what's going to be showing up in your everyday life. You're going to be able to not necessarily, I'd say, control your thoughts or emotions, but you become more capable of noticing what is happening inside of you. And instead of immediately acting on it, you develop the ability to choose, right? Which a lot of people don't realize that they don't have a choice because they're living their life off of default. And this is where meditation became important to me, because you start to eventually catch yourself outside of meditation. Somebody triggers you, you immediately go off. Something doesn't go your way, you immediately start to spiral. A negative thought comes and you grab onto it, and then you go into another negative thought and another negative thought, and that leads to sometimes what we know as depression. But with awareness, you're able to catch it before you react. So instead of somebody pisses me off and you automatically go off, you realize, oh, I'm triggered right now. How should I act? Do I respond in the way that I normally respond and I've responded for years? Or am I going to choose to react differently? Am I going to choose to allow it to pass? Am I going to choose to approach the conversation or what I say next differently? Most people don't do that. That's why they get stuck living the same lives that they don't want to live. Despite wanting to change, they never change, and they get stuck in the same never-ending cycle that they've been wanting to end because they haven't changed their thoughts, because they're not aware of the patterns to which they're living. And that's huge, because you cannot intentionally change a pattern that you aren't even aware is there. And meditation is one of the ways that you can become more aware of what is taking place within inside of your own mind, within inside of your own spirit, within inside of your own body. And I've been meditating for years. I still get irritated. I still get sad. I still have thoughts. I still get triggered. But I've developed the ability to choose how I'm going to react and to become more aware of the person that I'm being, and whether I want to actually be that person or not, and how I want to act if I don't want to be that person, if that makes sense. And so instead of coming from a place of I meditate, so nothing is supposed to bother me anymore, it's more or less something is bothering me. I can see what is happening. And before I automatically become it, what do I want to do? So if you're new to meditation, don't start saying, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to meditate every day for 30 minutes. If you've never meditated consistently for 2 minutes, 5, or even 10, start with 2 minutes, start with 1 minute even, or maybe 5 or 10 if you're bold enough, and sit down, close your eyes, find your focal point, the belly, the chest, or the nose. Breathe in and out. The mind wanders, notice it, come back to the breath. It wanders again, notice it, come back to the breath, and do that for the entire duration. And that's it. Congratulations, you've meditated. You're on your way to building awareness. Learning how to meditate changed my life, and learning how to breathe intentionally changed my life. Although breathwork is a separate topic for another day, but these practices are what is genuinely helping me to grow as a being, but not even just physically, growing as a being spiritually. And spiritually growing is so important to me because it's bigger than me, it's bigger than you, it's bigger than us. And it's not just about this life that we're living on the planet. But if you've been actually wanting to build a practice around where you are, what your goals are, and what you're actually navigating, comment the word breathe or tap the link in the description to work with me to help build a practice for you. Nevertheless, try meditating for just 2 minutes a day. Even if you don't want to work with me, try to do this on your own. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or even 10. Don't worry about being perfect. Don't worry about the mind wandering. Just practice coming back each and every time. Everything is frequency. This was your reminder to tune back into yours.